The first chapter is Understanding Feeling and Needs. Feelings are mental association and reaction to an emotion. Need is the necessity. Understanding the feeling and need doesn't mean that you have to agree with the feeling of yours or point of view of others. It means arise your emotion to feel and to know what are your needs. Happiness, contentment, love, and anxiety, bitterness, worry are some of many feelings we have. Feelings are important as without them we would not have been able to build and accomplish our goals. Let's see a video to understand this lesson.
Why do we have feelings? Imagine when we went home from school one day and there was a nice, warm, delicious pie waiting for you. It would make you happy, right? Now imagine you went home from a bad day at school, knowing there was to be a delicious hot pie waiting for you, only to find out there is no pie. How would you feel? Probably quite sad and disappointed, right? Happiness, contentment, love, bitterness, worry are some of the many feelings we have. To understand why we have feelings, we must first understand what are feelings. Feelings are mental associations and reactions to an emotion. They are colored by our personal experiences and beliefs. Wait a minute, aren't feelings and emotions the same? Well, they are many times used interchangeably, so one might think they are the same. But the truth is that they are different. Emotions are involuntary bodily responses, like when you go to school and come to know there is a surprise test. Your pulse increases and you feel uneasy in your stomach. On the other hand, feelings make you aware of your emotions. So feelings arise out of the narrative we give to the emotion. To understand this better, imagine you're sleeping peacefully at night and suddenly you hear a loud knock on your bedroom door. You will instantly experience fear and your heart will beat faster. You might break into sweat. While describing the incident to someone, you will describe it as, "I felt terrified. It was really scary." To imagine there might be an imposter in the house. "I felt a sense of panic, terrified, scared, panic-stricken," are all feelings that are extensions of the basic emotion of fear. So, one might wonder, why do we have these feelings? Isn't life complicated enough with so many emotions? Well, feelings might sometimes seem like a burden when they grow intense, like the feeling of grief or distress when you lose or break your favorite toy, or when your beloved pet gets hurt. But feelings are important, as without them, we wouldn't have been able to build and accomplish our goals. Without care, wonder, expectation, and a sense of pride, we wouldn't have developed as a society. Even animals have emotions. Think about a deer caught in headlight. It does experience fear, but it stops there. There is no feeling of horror, as animals don't have the symbolism of language and the sense to rationalize to turn that emotion into a feeling. So, if we didn't have feelings, we would be no different from animals. It is the ability to reason about the past and future and to have feelings that give way to action that has allowed us to dominate the food chain. It has helped us shape the world for our future through inventions and discoveries and the will to survive. So, the next time you feel distressed or perplexed, know that the feeling is what makes you human and it will eventually pass.
Feelings are our way of making sense of what is going on in the body, becoming aware of your feeling and approaching them with love and care. We can act accordingly. According to Parthasarathy Rajgopalachari, a person must learn to be patient, loving and above all, learn to listen to others until they have finished. So, one must have the habit of good listener. Children, do you know most people have the habit of sharing their feelings with talking objects like pets. They tend to feel the same way as their owner. Here is a list of some talking objects. They can be toys, cat, robot, teddy bear, dog, moon, tree. Most of you would have the habit of this. So, what would be the reflection of talking object? First, how did you use the talking object? We can use the talking object to express our feelings, emotion and anxiety. Second, how was your listening skill with the talking object? It was perfect, great and exciting. How did the talking object help you show love to others? It responded in the same way as its owner, so responding and treating in similar way. This was about the lesson understanding feeling and needs. Second chapter is empathy. First of all, you should understand the meaning of empathy. To understand its meaning, look at the following pictures. They are showing empathy. So, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feeling of another. Different people define it differently. According to Anonymous, empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another. You can see many examples of empathy in everyday life, like helping an elderly person across the street and helping someone who cannot do something on their own would be a good example of being empathetic. So, let us close your eyes and relax and think about your friend that told you that he or she scored good marks in exam and record your feeling. If you are empathetic, you will feel the same amount of excitement as your friend. Look in your book. Why is it important to recognize your own feeling and wishes? It is important because if we know our feelings and wishes, it will help us to navigate our life and challenges. We can know about the challenges of our life. Next, why is it important to recognize the feeling and wishes of others? It is important as it helps us to build better relationship with others. This was all about the two lessons of MSc. I hope all of you have understood well.